Hello. Hello. I'm just realizing I didn't get my scratchy tool out. Oh, our reference photo is pretty darn small up there. Let's see if I can get it bigger. There we go. Okay. If you're on the replay, just feel free to leave comments and things in the comment section, and I will answer them as I can. Just know that I'm very grateful that you're here. We are so close to reaching our goal. So close. I used a Pentel to go ahead and draw it out. I drew it out early. These are just the, yeah. And then I've got some Mungio Gallery here, which I love. And then I've got some, oh, that's a gallery too. These have gotten mixed up together. That's another gallery. I think I need to organize my pastels. And then we've got some Paul Rubens in here. As you can see, they've been used very well. I don't like to do the whole thing, oop, get off there, in Pentel, because they're just not, they're not my favorite. Some people, yeah. They have kind of a, if you haven't used them before, they sort of smell like petroleum, the Pentel do. Mine, I think, have aired out enough that they, or maybe I've become nose blind, I don't know. But I'm going to start working on this. This shouldn't be too difficult. It's got a lot of browns. I like the colors in the background, the model look back there. We've got these highlights here on the table. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Of course, those are famous last words. So let's see. Let's start with the brown down here. That's a mistake line. Let's see if we can find a. I should have pulled these out ahead of time, and I did not. And you'll see some of them are like this, with no label at all, because I've used them so much. I think that'd be a good one for that. I think this is too red. We need some like tan. That's kind of a yellow ochreish. That's a gallery. Need some lighter, like, not like a light Caucasian flesh tone, but like a, I don't know, like a creamy color, a creamy, light creamy brown color, or close to it. I think this is a gallery too. I think that's just the same as that. We're going to have to add white to it and mix it to get it. I need a really dark, that'll be my really dark. Hey Pierre, are you driving today? Are you driving? What's going on? That's a good one. That's a real good one. Gee, that'll work probably. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start working in here. I've got this drawn out probably in more detail than I usually do. I wanted to make sure I got those lines on the glass. And I do have some mineral spirits sitting here too. to use, just kind of smooth things out, which I know some of you are saying, what? Because that's not something I typically do, but I did a lot of it last time and I kind of liked it. We had a Master Study Monday on Sargent that lasted about 6 hours. I did break it. It's an oil paint though. I did break it up. My software will break it up into like 2-hour chunks. And so I uploaded those just in case. I know I would find a 6-hour video kind of like, no, that's too long. Yeah, but awesome. Awesome. Just be safe. Got some boobles in there. I'm laying it out really loose right now. This isn't going to be yeah. And this is more of a yellow ochre. It's got a little tip of something there. I don't think I've heard that. It is, sun's out today. I don't know what the temperature is, but our AC is not on. And I'm not hot. So, oh, anyway, I was saying we had a Master Study Monday, and it was on John Singer Sargent. And we're thinking about doing a Singer Sargent tomorrow and or Saturday. Probably Saturday. And I thought about doing something tonight. I've got yeah, tomorrow I can't do a long video, but yeah, it's pretty close. Look on screen. But I need to figure out what I'm doing Saturday. I know Oil Pastel is more popular. Yeah, I just went right over those. But I need to do some painting. Oops, probably ought to put a little of that. Whoops, put a little of this in here. This is that, yeah. This is one of them that doesn't work that great. There's a few colors in the gallery, that brand, that the Mungio, that are kind of clunky. Another Sargent, yes, please. I haven't sat down and looked through my reference photos or anything yet. I was supposed to be sprinting this afternoon. Whoops, broke that right in half. Supposed to be sprinting this afternoon on my other channel, and I canceled because I'm getting brain dead. Some of you are saying getting, but it's starting to oh, that's a great color. I need some downtime. I need some, come to think of it, tomorrow kind of comes in with its own little downtime. I didn't even think of it that way. I have some things going on tomorrow. See, I wondered about that too, because I was cleaning up the files on my laptop yesterday, and there's a couple of his I had on my laptop, on my desktop, and one of them was like, it was like a triptych of a man's portrait, and it just looked so cool. So I've wondered about that. Maybe I need to do, I have a master study, I have an extra one, put that way, scheduled. That is someone I don't think is going to be real popular, but I think it's somebody worthwhile doing. Does that make sense? And so I could copy, I could use the listing. I don't have it public yet. I could use the listing easily enough for either Sargent or Sorolla. I think I need time just to sit down and look at books and things. I still have not done that. I will fully admit it. Just it's what I need to do maybe this afternoon instead of, that would kind of refill the well. I love doing the sprints on the other channel. The people are awesome. And I always wind up getting admin work done. But it's a little draining when you know you have things that need to be done in here in the studio. Google Calendars, I know, I'm late to the game. Has really changed the game for me. I'm much better organized. Chat GPT. I use the Chat GPT mainly for just throwing ideas out and that type of thing. Because it's just, yeah. I watch way too much news. Way too much. And listen to it. I follow a lot of news people on YouTube and TikTok. I'll get on TikTok with the excuse I'm going to seek out art people and people with positive messages, and then I wind up on, ooh, don't want that. Get off there. Then I wind up following or going to news stations, news journalists. I can leave this with the rough look to it. It's probably good these days you watch too little, because it's mentally, it's not good to I don't watch a lot of mainstream media anymore. I'll kind of check it if somebody says something on social media and I'm like, that doesn't sound right, and put memes through Google Lens and see where they came from, that type of stuff. My hubby is home at the moment, so if you hear something in the background, I know that's way too dark. I'm going to use my paintbrush to kind of blend that in. I had someone tell me I needed to go to make an impact or difference in the world. Sounds like too much work, so I keep relatively quiet. I understand. I have a lot of, yeah, I don't know. These days it's kind of hard to keep quiet. Totally quiet. Just gonna blend that out a little bit. I know that line there is kind of wonky. I'm going to start blocking in the background some too. This glass is not finished. It's just I kind of like those swirls I have in there from just the pastel. If this is your first time here, I do have a video on which pastels are the best to buy and things like that. It's in my pastel playlist. And I am obligated to say I have merch coming, some samples that I ordered the other day. I got word yesterday that one of them is on its way. I haven't been pushing them because I want to make sure of the quality and all. But when I get those samples in, I'll do I might do an unboxing so we can look at the stuff critically. Or I might not. I might just say, hey, look at this. Cerola sounds really interesting to do, especially since I just got that book. I did a book haul the other day, an art book haul, and there was a book on the artist Cerola, is what we're referring to. He painted very similar to a Sargent. Try and get that ice in there. And there's a piece of ice. Some of those ice are not just at the surface. Bye, honey. Mwah. Hold on just a second. Oh, I did that too high. That's supposed to be more like down here. Let's see. I mean, I could do that. Yeah. I like these abstract backgrounds like this. I did a painting of Post Malone, and it had that, you know, that model-y look on the background. That was so much fun to do. So I'm all here for enjoying it. I used to not really blend at all in the earlier ones. It was all, I would scratch it out with my pointy tool. Kind of looks like a little monster down there, doesn't it? I need that really dark, oops, dark one over here. This is actually like a Prussian blue Mungio Gallery. It's but it gives that nice dark value in there. And it doesn't come off looking quite as flat as if you had just straight old black. These don't have, this background doesn't have sharp edges, so it'll be, it can be more abstracted. And I'm not going for a photorealistic copy of the original. It's just a reference photo. And I shouldn't, but I'm pushing down a lot harder than I should. At this point, I should just be letting it, going by the weight, letting, yeah. Letting just the weight of that's one mistake beginners use a lot, is they'll start pushing down real heavy right off the bat. And then you wind up with all these marks that are really tough to get rid of and don't work for your final piece. These are really soft. I'm having iced coffee, by the way, right now. And if I go really light, I can just blend those colors together. Got a little bump on my glass. There we go. And this is going to smush it some more. doesn't have to look exactly like the photo, because you're not going to have the photo with it. You want this to work. This is what they're going people see, not the photo. See how I went really light there, and it just kind of blended in with that. Whereas here I went really hard. My plan is to go till noon. So see, I love some of these like gold circles and things that show up in the photo, the reference photo. That gold and that green. I have some photos that a grandson sent me that would make really good basic landscapes. I don't know if that's something y'all would be interested in or not. I live in Kansas, so there's like a lot of like layers. It's like when you're driving down the road, it's like a stripe of kind of tan, and then it'll be a stripe of gold, and then it'll be a stripe of whatever plant is in the field, and then a stripe of the trees. It's sort of a Hans Hofmann look to it. Whoops, wrapper fell off. And the ones I'm thinking of would be really basic. They wouldn't be, I wanted to do, there's one that a friend took in, well, I don't know, to tell you the truth. I don't know if she was in Africa or if she was, I don't know where she was at because she travels a lot. She had a photo on her of, it was just a tree that was like leaning over from like the wind and the desert climate look. But I haven't had a chance to ask her if I can use it, so I don't want to. But I went to AI and pulled up a few things, but what they gave me looked like a lot like Thomas Hart Benton. need to get my straw in there, don't I? Again, right now I'm not getting tight with details. I need to work larger too. Because these are only, this is 8 by 8. That's not very big to. And I have the stuff over there to do it. I want to use this notebook. It's like, and I know that is it's very sloppy, but look, when I come in and scrape that off, it gives me a nice clean line. Because I put that white down there, when I scrape that off from here, it's going to reveal that white underneath it. This is very relaxing, by the way. It's just what I needed today. No news. Oops. Let's This is like a silvery gray color, but it's not silver. If that makes sense. We've been having really bad storms. One of my daughters had a tree fall on her porch. Remember, if you scratch, whatever you put down first is what's going to show up. So just like on these lines, I put that brown down. I should have put a white or a lighter cream color or something. It's working off edges though. Putting this bluish and emphasizing the blue of it is going to help the contrast of the two colors. Of the like yellowish golden of some of the coffee. This one circle right there is I'm going to add a little bit of that blue to some of these. I have been having the weirdest dreams. I don't know what is going on. I think it's probably too much news. But it's things like I'm waiting on tables, or I'm trying to do so. It's like anxiety dreams. These circles have a little more yellow in them than what I am giving them, so I'm going to go over it with this really orangey, bright. And leave that other, ooh, piece of paper. Get off there. Go, go. Okay. Be careful. Trying to soften that line right there. I think that has a little more blue in it too. So let me add that in there. Whoops. Get that in there. If you've never used oil pastels, I strongly suggest you at least get an inexpensive set and just play. It doesn't have to be anything anybody else sees, or you don't have to show anybody. You can just have fun with it. Nobody's gonna show up to your house and there's no art police. That are going to say, you're doing that wrong. And if you find out you don't like it, You could always give away your pastels to a family member or school. Schools are always needing art supplies. I love going through my stuff every once in a while, and things I don't use or daycares, after school programs. There's all kinds of things that use art supplies. They're not all small children. If you've got, the better grade oil pastels, and you were just trying them out, but you don't like them, somebody might be sitting in a high school classroom wishing they had something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that reflection here very well. These halos. They have more of an orange in them too. That came out well, that edge right there. On the road again. I think I'm going to have to take a short break at the top of the hour here in about 5 minutes. I need to go to the bathroom, maybe refresh my coffee, and it'll give me a chance to get a fresh view on all this too. I'm looking for just a blue, just a straight old blue. Ooh, that might be interesting. A purplish. Put that in there where the it doesn't really come off as purple. Looks more like a periwinkle. Where's my blue? What did I do with it? My pale blue. Did I put it back? So what are you all working on today? What's the... That's a nice blue. As I said before, I'm not doing the background in particular exactly like the reference photo intentionally, because it's more abstracted. With all these rings of light, halos, just the bar or whatever's behind there, the coffee shop. I think this is too bright. It's like overtaking all of it. So I'm going to dull that down, lighten it down. Yeah, that helps. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? It's going to be here before we know it. There we go. It's right at top of the hour. I know I should be getting up. Stretching my legs. Okay. I will be right back. Oops. Good morning. Be right back. I'm coming. And she's back. I should have muted my mic and turned the music up, but for some reason I didn't think about it. I did get Pancho a TREAT. I wasn't gone too long. Okay. I need to start getting this in here. Again, first layer, I'm just putting this, I'm using the weight of the pastel. I'm not pushing down. I really like the colors in this. These will be blended just like the ones on the top part. I don't know why I haven't put on a glove too, because my hand is going to be very messy. You can see kind of a blue reflection in here too. I'm trying to get my glove on. Come on. Come on. Here it goes. This has a square. See the reflection of the, well, not really a square. I'm going to go ahead and put this, kind of blend it together with the pastel, not with anything else. Just lightly going over it. Same thing over here. Although I don't want to replicate my drawing or my reference photo exactly, I still want to take hints from it. Like in the reflection, there's a little blue and there's an orangey in here. And if you want really pure color, make sure you clean them with a paper towel between. See how that picks up? But I'm blending here, so I'm okay with a little. Ooh, my AC's coming on. Must mean it's getting hotter out. And you can see the wood grain going horizontal on here. So I can kind of mimic that by making the marks go that direction. And I don't want to get too far over here without doing this. My gloves are kind of getting in the way here. I'm going to use this. He heard a pastel drop. So, and I'm pushing down pretty hard. Sorry about that. I better go investigate. So Is it okay now? Nope, he's still looking that direction. I'll be right back. Come on, I'll go check it out. Come on. You should be okay now that I checked it out. I think I'm going to go ahead and use some mineral spirits and blend this in here a little. And I've got plenty of time. I've got 45 minutes to finish what I can. I'm going to take my paintbrush in here and just kind of blend that out. I barely put any mineral spirits in it, on it. I mean, I just tipped the end of it. And this is kind of an old paintbrush. It's not old necessarily, but it's been well used. You can pick up color from one spot and move it. I really like this color over in here. That should be a little lighter. Oops, dropped a pastel. In theory, I could probably stop right now, but we want more, don't we? We want it to be better than just okay. Clean that up a little. Didn't need to take enough that much. I'm really pressing down on there because I want to get that glow in the straw to show up. I want that straw to there we go. Now maybe I can get that edge a little cleaner. I think this afternoon I am going to either rest or look through some art books and refill the well. Oh, if you hear something beeping, it's my dishwasher. Trying to get some of these edges in here cleaned up so they don't look quite so, not sloppy, but rough. I'm going to take the reference photo off because at this point I am trying to make what I have in front of me work, and it's not necessarily exactly like the need to remember there's wood underneath here too. So it's going to be picking up some of that. I really could work on this for a long time. This is a fun one. I know that's overkill. I'm going to clean off some of that. There we go. That's a little better. I was talking earlier about doing a Sargent in oil paint, or Cerola. It looks kind of crooked, doesn't it? Because of that sign. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Is that better? Yep, that's better. It's almost there. Where's my light blue? am not a very neat oil pastel artist. I get in there and I'm messy. Get all my pastels out. And make a mess. That's why I'm wearing gloves, because I get it all over me. Oops. Come on. Trying to give that some kind of an edge there. I haven't put any black on here, so I might add a little bit here and there just to give it a little punch. And I'm sorry I can't give you the numbers on all of these. Like this one, the wrapper's been long gone. If you're watching this and you want to see something in particular, oil pastels, portrait, which I need to do. I do need to do that. When can I do that? But if you want to see something, especially if I don't already have it filmed, in my playlist, by all means, let me know, and I will do my best. I mainly use oil paint and oil pastel. There is a video comparing brands and things. What ones are the best bargain, which ones do what, in my playlist. If that is something that you're, those are a little too dark, aren't they? Let's see if we can lighten them up. I think that's better. Yeah, that's more believable. I can always clean those up with my little scritchy tool. This tool, I have quite a few people ask about it. It's just a ceramic tool that they use to scrape into the clay. But you can use you can use a needle for that matter, or like a quilter's pin would be great, or a T-pin. I don't think they're called T-pins. I think they're called something else. But There's a lot of things that you could use for the same effect. They make polymer clay tools with this point. Some people use the other end of the polymer clay tool and they will blend with it also. I don't really care for that right now. But if it works for you, I don't like the feel of it, I think's the main thing. It just feels kind of gross. Sorry. This background I really abstracted from the reference photo. It's not exact at all. I'm going there with my little brush. Oops, I didn't clean it, but I'm gonna go with it. See how it's delivering a little bit of brown in there? That's okay, because I wanted that dulled down there. I'm barely putting any mineral spirits on there. I'll try to abstract that a little more. Here we go. You can also put a little mineral spirits on the surface and just rub your oil pastel on it. That's not what I'm doing here, but I noticed this has kind of a blue like reflection in it. So I'm blending that a little bit. Who doesn't like iced coffee? Okay, I'm going to go in with a dark black. This is a Mungio. Just clean it up a little bit. Oops. Excuse me. I'm just gonna only in key areas. I'm not going to get too carried away. Like right there. Such a strong reflection on there. And if that's too much, I can scrape it off of here. Fine tune that a little bit. There we go. I'm looking at the screen and at what you see, and it sort of fades into it, doesn't it? It fades into the background. It's not coming out. I need to do something about that. Maybe if I got rid of these whites back here to make those go back a little further. Let's see. I have this like gray, silverish gray. Let's knock some of those back. I know this goes against what I said by putting this orangey in here, but this is just a really pale gray. That helps a little bit. Knock that back a little further. I think that helped. Hey Horizon, how are you? What's going on? I have about 20 minutes left. I'm making my coffee overall a little lighter. How's that? How's your house coming? What are you currently working on? Are you still framing it? Or have you gotten, are you working on other things? cellar's finished and the roof is done. It has siding on it now. Frame and walls are done. Needs a floor. I don't know. They each have their own aspects, their own I like oils because I can do them on canvas and not have to worry about framing. But then if you're not going to put them on your wall or something, then that takes up a lot of space. So, and I like that I can come back and work on these, the oil pastels, and they're still wet. My oils dry fairly quickly. Not all the way through, but to the touch. And it's kind of a bother. There's just nothing like using a paintbrush to me. Of course, I love drawing though too. So, who knows? That's exciting. At least you're now. If you have a tornado while you're doing it, it's cool that you're going to have a cellar. Is it going to be like a finished basement, or is it like just for utility access? I started out when I was younger when I started getting serious about art, I started out with soft pastels. So it was many a year ago. Way back in my day. Oh no! Are you needing a new computer too? Or we are getting really close to 4,000 hours. I hope folks don't stop coming around once I hit those. I think I need to quit messing with it, actually. Oh, there's some like pinkish in there. Just a little bit, like a peachy. Where else? Here. I don't know what it is, but here lately I really like peach and green together. Maybe this one has served me about 5 years. Is it a PC? Or is it a Mac? We've probably had this discussion before. If we have, I'm sorry. Let me see what we've got here before I see something right off. This line's really wonky. Let's fix that line. Still feels like it's like leaning. Windows 10. Yeah, 5 years is getting up there for a Windows, in my opinion, from what I understand. I had a Windows and I went into a local shop to get a wireless keyboard, and I walked out with a MacBook. I think hubby was a little shocked because I'm not one to spend money. There was no discussion. It was like I just started, I saw them and it was just like, okay, I'm gonna get one of those. Just a matter of which one. It was, the one I got was refurbished, and it was a former student's shop. So it was somebody I trusted. In fact, he does things for the art gallery now. Because enough of us were like, no, you need to go to him. When we had our incident back in April, somebody broke in. We had to replace it. Oh, isn't it though? Even used ones. My hubby was pushing me to go ahead and get a new one a few months ago because he knew that they were going to go up, and I didn't do it. I just I couldn't pull the trigger, and I'm sort of regretting it now. I mean, we weren't going to get new, but man, yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. I did get other things. I got, I'm looking at this image flipped, and I can see some things that are off. I did get a new MacBook. I got an electronics. Um, and we stocked up on groceries really well. So we actually have food in a pantry. Nothing major. Somebody said the White House has been starting to stockpile stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. You know how people are. I would think they already would be. Just because of life. These, the coffee down here, it makes it look like it's swirling. I need to, I did my brush. I'm going to try and fix that if I find my brush. Well, oh, it was in my lap. I'm just going to try and make that more vertical and less. Oh, maybe. Let's see if that helped. Somewhat. We'll just say it's the coffee blended together. Right? Maybe. What are you painting? I know you're doing digital. That's about as far as I know. I wish I was better at digital. I never really got into it. I have an eye pencil and just never really, I never use it. There is some ice against the glass in there, so I think this line is throwing me off too. It shouldn't be so distinct, that light part right there. Yeah, see, the lines are still wonky, but I'm not. I need to be stopping. To think I put those lines in there at the very first to prevent that. I think I just need to quit being so persnickety about it and accept it the way it is. If I had more time, maybe. This is, come here. Yes, I was talking to my pastel. I would probably clean this up a bit more if I had more time and make it more um, more defined. Yeah, I think that comes over that brown part. It's coming over too far. Or, yeah, not enough. I was going to stop at 12, wasn't I? I don't want to stop. But I must. I have a really bad time, a hard time stopping. When I'm working on something. I'm walking away. I don't even want to know. I had a notification. A news notification. I'm honestly afraid to look. So right now I'm just not going to. The one I sent my husband, I can see this right here is off. So I'm just going to do that. A little more of that there. Okay, I'm going to leave it. Leave it. It's not perfect. If I had more time, I would probably keep defining the ice and things up here on the that should be coming forward to help bring them up in importance. Whoops, that goes there. I'm going to try to get these back to where they actually belong as far as my brand, because I am awful. You know, I didn't even get out my Haya. I have them open over here, but I didn't touch them. I'm afraid if I start to touch them, I'm going to want to work on a whole lot longer, because they're so nice and squishy. Skulls and flowers will be for a while. Oh, on hours. 153 as of this morning. But I want to reach it in a sustainable way. So if that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm torn between going live and shooting videos to get evergreen content. I've got notes of things to shoot, and like this afternoon would have been a good time to possibly do that, but I canceled my sprints, so I feel like I need to be doing some on my other channel. So I feel like I need to be doing some self-care or you know. Yeah, I have an appointment on Monday, and I was wanting, oh, that's terrible. It's pulling off of there. The paper is. I was wanting to meet it by then. Oh, come on. What's the matter with you? But I don't, you know, if I really pushed it, I probably could. Especially if I did like Sergeant or something like that. But it's doing it there too. There we go. But I don't know, I'm torn. Because, I mean, I could go live and paint, and especially, like I said, if I did Sergeant, he seems like he's so popular that you get people out of the woodwork. I could make it by Monday if I did nothing but Sergeant this weekend. But, yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but it tore some of that paper up. And I just put it on this morning. What is today? 19th. I did work on some merge. I ordered some samples, though, before I'm pushing it. I think that's probably enough info. But there's one cup that really I really wanted, and hubby wanted another one, so I just ordered both of them. If you're not aware at, what is that called? I think Jenna turned me on to it. I cannot remember the name of it. But the shop that I'm using to do the merch, after you do certain steps, like connect your account, your YouTube account, and things like that, it will give you credit that you can use to get samples. And like a big dummy, I didn't realize that until after I ordered one thing, and then I went and ordered the one mug that I was talking about, and then hubby said he wanted the other mug. So everything's been shipped separate. I did not save on shipping. But anyway, you get wind up with like $25 credit. And of course you get your items. I don't know if it's at cost, but it's lower than. So you wind up with like $25 credit, and I could have gotten probably 3 mugs for free. But did I do it that way? No. So there we are, dudes. See that line? Just like it looks like it's going shit. Maybe that's because it is. Get your little butt over. still looks like it has that twist to it to me. Is it just me? I need to just let it go. I see one thing for sure, if I know where I did with it. This needs just a little bit lighter up here. And it's not wanting to do it. I'm leaving it alone. It is what it is. I hate that saying, but I'll use it. Okay, hubby. That's who you sound like. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'll have to tell hubby that you said that, though. He'll say, see? See? Okay. Got all this stuff. There are worse things to be compared to. That's true. He is pretty awesome. Seriously. I would not be doing this without him. For one thing. Am I missing? Did I use a whole? No, I bet I have an empty spot in my Paul Rubens. Right there's one. Okay. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you are watching the replay, because this is automatically going to go over to that, leave any questions or comments that you have. I would really appreciate it. Or if you know somebody that would benefit from this. I know oil pastels are really hot right now, it seems like. So there is a supply list link in the pinned comment. It's in the description. I just mentioned that it's in the description in the pinned comment. But I have not set up for this weekend, but I do have Master Study Monday, which is I do a master study in oil paint. I cannot remember who is this week. I'll have to put it live as soon as I get off here. But we're going to do probably a John Singer Sargent this weekend at some point. I'm not really sure when. I haven't scheduled it yet, so I'm thinking of even trying out like an evening stream just to see how it goes, because I don't do those. I always do them during the day. So if there's anything that you're interested in seeing, just let me know, and I'll do what I can do. What else? As always, I appreciate you being here. It makes a huge difference. I am this close to getting 4,000 hours, so um, I'm excited. I've worked hard, very, very hard this year. So I will see you all later. Thank you, and take care. Be safe. And if I don't see you before Monday, or before the weekend, have a great